NBA.
An aerial view of the many buildings making up the skyline of beautiful Houston, Texas, our broadcast setting tonight. There is no better way to start off the new year than with the NBA here on 2K Sports. Joined now by Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. With us tonight, one of the quickest players in league history, Kenny the Jet Smith. I almost feel like I should say your name fast because that's the way you played the game.
Well, thanks for having me.
Well, it's good to have you.
But is the show going to be fast? Because I heard like it's a little bit less time down here than it is up top.
Well, I think it goes by so quickly.
It's not quite jet quick, but it does play with some pace.
Because when you guys are home sleeping, we're still on the air.
Yeah.
I just want you to know that.
That is true.
That
is true.
We might be having a teeth or two after.
There it is.
On the air.
There it is.
And that is true.
Whatever that is.
And how about we check the numbers for John Wall?
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. D.A.?
Well, guys, I'm very familiar with C.J. McCollum's college days, playing ball at mid-major Lehigh University. He said, we had solid players, but we also had guys who'd become doctors, lawyers, working on Wall Street. I liked it that way because I worked my way up. When you come from a small school, you appreciate it that much more. Kevin?
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks.
The NBA is such an international phenomenon, Kenny. Tearing up this league are some young guns who started outside of the U.S.
Yeah, Giannis, Jokic and Doncic, they come to mind. They're probably 3 of the top 10 players in basketball right now. It's not, I don't even say it anymore. I don't say international player. I just say he's a player now. I never think about Giannis as an international player anymore.
Our game's been global for so long now that's a great point because, we had Dirk and we've had Nash and we've had Akeem. Some of our all-time greats weren't from America.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Enes Kanter is out there with Nurkic, and it's Covington in at the 3 slot. And for the Rockets, P.J. Tucker is out there with Wood, and it's Wall, then it's Porter, and it's Oladipo in at the 2. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile 1 block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
So Oladipo will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Lillard against Wall. Makes it off the glass.
I like the confidence of Wall inside. When he gets to his spot, he goes right to work.
Lillard with it. To the inside. Here's McCollum. Rockets with the rebound, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
And in terms of intensity, they kind of took the night off. Looked like they were just going through the motion.
Only surprise is that the margin wasn't greater. I mean, somehow they managed to hang around despite the lack of effort.
Now here's Wall, following the miss by C.J. McCollum. And Tucker kicks the Wall. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Lillard. The shot will not fall. And the Trailblazers going the other way. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup. That'll get the whole team pumped up.
Here's Oladipo. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Just sheer determination. The contact was there, but Oladipo showing real toughness gutting through it.
Lillard against Wall. And Lillard kicks to Kanter. Lillard scanning the floor. Here's Nurkic. Another shot, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Well, a big reason Nurkic impacts games is for that ability right there, staying active on the glass at both ends, converting the second chances.
And this summer, Vince Carter retiring after his 22nd NBA season. That's a record for longevity in the game. Kenny, he's closer to our age than he is to some of his teammates.
Yeah, that's amazing. A guy could do it at this level so long and really help the team instead of just be on the team. He's an incredible athlete. That dedication and willingness is just rolled over into time.
Never had to be the main guy at this stage of his career, always wanting to supplement, help, tutor, mentor, and he stayed healthy.
Stayed healthy, that's the key.
And here's Wall, following the three-pointer by C.J. McCollum. Oladipo with the ball, now defended by McCollum. Fires top of the key. Oladipo misses.
Now, look, even if he had other places to go with the ball, that's a good shot. You can't blame him for letting that one fly.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Portland shooting their first free throws here tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
First free throw is good.
Well, after playing very little in his first 2 seasons, McCollum is very electric since year 3, and he has a lot left to accomplish.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Well, consistency is what comes to mind when I think of McCollum. I mean, especially offensively, where he scores in bunches.
Now, here's Oladipo. He's coming off a 22-point game against Minnesota. Porter against Covington. The shot, no good. And the Rockets take it the other way. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Here's Lillard. The Rockets making the shot. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, to the paint. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Count that one. The NBA being so much about entertainment, Kenny. If you had to choose the best showman in the league, who would you pick?
Ooh, the best showman.
With style and charisma.
Steph Curry.
Yeah, he'd be right up there, wouldn't he?
LeBron is a showman, but Steph is, I think, the top of the league. Giannis is a showman, but he's by grit, Harden, and maybe someday Zion.
I would go with that as well. The one thing that the one reason that I have a little concern with Steph is we haven't, those other, like LeBron doesn't have to have a great team. You know, he can make a team great. That's the one difference with him. I think Giannis can do that.
He made that team great before Kevin Durant got there.
No. Well, he's playing with a few other Hall of Famers. My point is, if you put him out there with guys who weren't all-star caliber players, that's my concern. We've seen, I'm with you, Giannis has done that, LeBron has done that. Steph's a showman in his current existence. And Luka, without a doubt.
All-time showman.
And Portland has possession following the score by Houston. Here's Lillard. It's rebounded by Houston. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. That ties it up. Oladipo's got his second bucket of the night.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
Pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
Looking at Portland, they took a win in their last game against San Antonio. Ball against Lillard. Now here's Wall. D right on him. Wood. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Robert Covington picks one up.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting 2.
free throw good. Wood.
And you look at the finishes for the Blazers the last few years. They can compete in the West, but the team is still trying to figure out how to make it that next step. Do you see that happening in the foreseeable future?
Woo, the team has a lot of talent, but a lot of injured talent, you know, and when they're healthy, and we could see what all of their players collectively can do, but the West is brutal. I don't know if they can get through it.
You know, I go back to their issue is the same we've always seen. Like, you go back when Dominique Wilkins was a great player. It wasn't that he wasn't great. It was just some guys greater. You know, Larry and that team, Magic and his group, Dr. J and his group. And you have a similar dynamic now. Like, Dame Lillard is an all-time great player. But those other teams that he's trying to battle against, man, they just have guys that might be just a step above.
Here's McCollum following the score by Houston. Inside from the line. Misses off the left iron.
Still plenty of time for him to contribute in this game, but it's a tough stretch he's going through.
Porter bounce pass. Oladipo for three. A shot missing. And it's Portland the other way. McCollum with the ball. Now defended by Oladipo. McCollum no good.
His interior scoring is one of the things that drives their offense. Don't expect him to miss many of those.
And Oladipo kicks the wall. Kept alive.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Here's Covington. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
But you can't be too physical with Covington. He's tough. He's athletic, and he knows how to force the issue.
For Portland, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. Free throw drops for Covington.
You know, this is the type of guy I like, from undrafted to a quality role player. I mean, he has heart. He's gotten better every year. Covington adds a lot to this team. He can let that thing fly, too. He's a fearless shooter.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Daniel House has checked in for P.J. Tucker. David Nwaba comes in for Kevin Porter. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Oladipo. And it's Exum in for John Wall.
Kenny, you played alongside some incredible clutch performers. Who would you give the ball to now for a game-deciding three?
Game-deciding three. Steph Curry's number 1. Klay Thompson's number 2. Ray Allen's retired, so I'll go with Trae Young.
Ooh, what about Dame Lillard? Dame
Ooh,
Lillard.
I'm sorry, Dame Lillard, number 3. And then Trae.
Say what? We're going to say
Steph, Klay,
Lillard.
Okay. Game-winning 3, not off the dribble.
I'm going to throw a wild card out there.
Who's that?
Kawhi.
No.
Kawhi says, hey, Kevin
wild.
and I saw him hit one of the biggest threes.
Yeah, that's a wild card, though.
That's a wild card. I mean, hey, he hit a 3 to get to the finals.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
And he was injured in that game and in those series. On defense, the Trailblazers, after Dante Exum's bucket. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Count that one. Now it's a 4-point Houston lead.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
McCollum outside to the middle. Here's Anthony. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Ben McLemore, he's checked in for Christian Wood. And a switch here also for Portland. Rodney Hood's checked in for Robert Covington. That's good from Anthony. Houston's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Outside Gordon. Exum dishes to Gordon. From deep 3-point range, the rebound by Giles.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with it.
Yeah, not everyone has Steph Curry's shooting ability. I'd be surprised. I'd be hurt if he tries another one like that.
Houston in the lead. Kenny, your career saw the expansion of the NBA as the league added several new teams. How did expansion change the league and change for the players when you were on the floor?
Well, probably Greg could answer this better because he had to move out of the country when expansion came in with the
Grizzlies,
Vancouver. So how did that feel?
I miss
leaving the
Vancouver.
country, not just leaving the state, but leaving the country.
And that's the point. It is different. Like, I mean, obviously it's still North America, and Canada's very close to us culturally, but it's still different. And the other big part was, you know, they knew about basketball, but it wasn't a part of their fabric. So a lot of times you were trying to educate fans to help them, you know, have interest in the game. So it was different, man, especially growing up as a kid. You know, I never dreamt of playing in Vancouver for the Grizzlies. You know, that never really entered into the equation.
Deep two from Anthony. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Here's Gordon. Another miss by Houston. Portland leading. Hood, the pass to Anthony. It's good. Anthony's got 5 points so far.
Improving as a distributor, it helps when Hood tries to share it like this.
Now, here's Exum. Defense is right there. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Passes it to Anthony. Here's Giles. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Trent can't hit. Now, here's Exum. Guarded closely. The shot by House is no good. Looking at the Trailblazers, they took the last win in their last game against the Spurs in San Antonio. Jones, no luck.
He's got to do a better job making the D pay for their mistakes.
And it's Gordon missing.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Yeah, that's not his spot. Plain and simple. Just trying to force something is rarely a good idea.
1:32 left in the first quarter. Hood against Gordon. And they double up Gordon. House kicks to McLemore. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Exum. Right now averaging about 5 points a game. And 1:01 left here in the opening quarter. And there's the pass to Giles. Tries it from 9. And the nice bucket inside from Anthony. Now it's a 5-point Trailblazer lead.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo, overpowering the D and still finishes.
Here's Exum. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Giles has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Hood with it, now defended by McLemore. Trent gets the bucket.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
They've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and that helps account for their lead.
Now, here's Exum. Kicks to Gordon. Over Hood. The Rockets again can't hit.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Oh, just off his game, forcing a few shots, not letting the game come to him naturally.
Now Gordon. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Over Hood, and it's Gordon missing. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked about his future plans.
I know that when the main guy usually decides to move on, you know, that's kind of like a domino effect. It's like, all right, well, if he's leaving, this guy was closer to his age, we can let him go. It affects other people, and I care about guys personally, and, you know, I'm not ashamed of that. So for those reasons, I'm just like, man, you know, I just want to do it my way, and if it don't happen, I can live with that.
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1/4 of action so far. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance here, boys, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Portland, we've got Anthony. He's out there with Jones. Rodney Hood out there with Giles. And it's Trent in at the point guard position.
Defensive breakdown, and they can't capitalize. He'll hit that shot almost every time.
And former Sixth Man of the Year winner Eric Gordon is such an integral part of this Rockets run of success.
Found his niche as a secondary scorer, a physical player. He can hold his own defensively.
Well said, Kenny.
That's it, man. It's almost like I was reading.
I know it, like it just came right to your mind. Bang, there it was, right?
It was like etched in my mind on stone.
That's good from Anthony. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Rockets. Ball comes in for Dante Exum. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
Hood against Gordon. Outside, Wall. Back to Gordon. Rocket 6. Misses the 3.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Lillard dishes to Hood. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And with a quick break in the action, here's some numbers for Rodney Hood. He's averaging 7 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all they need, especially in tight games. 1 or 2 plays can make all the difference.
That free throw good from Hood.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Kevin Porter's checked in for Eric Gordon. Both free throws good from Hood. Last season, the G League testing a single shot free throw rule to speed things up. 1 shot that can be worth more than 1 point. Any thoughts?
No, I don't like that. Okay, because I'm fouling you because you can't shoot. It's a lot of times. So I'm going to put you on the line, and you got to get 2 for 2. And I disagree. Because the game is stopped. There's no defense in front of you. You're at the free throw line. It's only 15 feet away. Come on, Shaq. I mean, come on, guys. Like, you can make a free throw.
No, but I think the other thing, for philosophically, you really change the game, right? Because what if you make 1 and miss 1?
Yeah.
And you're up 2. Now it's 3. So now if you say I only got to make 1 to get 2, you completely change the game.
Oh, but think about this even, Greg. End of the game. and you need to miss one and make one.
That's
so
gone.
instead of getting the 2 points, you actually want to only make one because you're down 3, and you want to miss the second on purpose to try to man.
And I'm a progressive guy. Like I do like to see how we can have the game evolve, but I do also want to make sure we keep the strategy in the game.
Rockets trail by 11. Pass to McLemore. Anthony on the double team. Pass to Tucker. Porter with it. This one for 3. Another miss by Houston. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
When Dame attacks, the defense goes into scramble mode. Now they've sent an ace to the line.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
First free throw is good.
A skilled basketball player, but he's also an outstanding rapper. I don't know if Lillard is better on the court or in the booth.
Wood, he's checked in for the Rockets. Oladipo comes in for McLemore. Cantor, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. McCollum comes in for Hood. No free throws good from Lillard.
What you love about Lillard is his drive. He wants to keep improving. He's a super competitive player.
Ball against Lillard. Trying to get something going. It's blocked, and they're able to recover. Nurkic against Wood. And a wide open look for Porter. Offline with his 3. And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. And that will be game 3 of 6 played away from home. Here's Nurkic. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Tucker. And here's the fast break. Oladipo leading the way and finished off by Porter.
And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, this is low output for both teams. This is ugly. The defense is having their way so far.
Now, here's Lillard. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. Cantor trying to free himself up. Lillard misses. Rockets trail by 11. Teardrop shot. The layup good by Porter. Porter's got 4 this quarter.
Oh, even from that range, the floater is one of the toughest shots in the game.
Lillard against Wall. It's tipped. Stolen by Tucker. And now Wall running the floor all by himself. Moving it up. And there's Oladipo on the assist by Wall. Oladipo's got 7.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Cullen passes to Nurkic. He dishes it to Lillard. Yep, that one goes. He's got 10.
You got to do more than that to stop Lillard. He's a determined scorer.
And here's Wall. 20 points for him last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
Yeah, and don't forget about his passing. I mean, he didn't forget about his teammates. He was spreading the ball all over the floor.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Pass to Tucker. That's tipped.
We don't talk much about his defense. I mean, Cantor has been much maligned for his work at that end. But he's been making a better effort.
Tries again, and it's good on the way in. Cantor's got his second basket.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Yeah, and it's inexcusable. All too common. Basketball one-on-one. When the shot goes up, put a body on someone.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And team strategies
closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the most subtle moves that make the biggest difference.
Robert Covington's checked in for the Trailblazers. Trailblazers leading by 9. It's Covington on the wing. He kicks it to McCollum. Down low, here's Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists now in this one. And the Rockets with possession here. Now here's Wall. He has 6. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Wall's got 8 points.
Look at the muscle from Wall, willing to draw some contact.
For Portland, they've gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. There's the dish to Nurkic. To the middle. Here's Lillard. Wall with some nice defense.
That's a shot they're always happy to get, even when he blows the finish.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And at 78%, he's been a consistent shooter at the line for them all season long.
And the first one drops.
Well, known for his unique personality, Cantor also remains a solid role player, someone his teammates enjoy playing with.
And Cantor drops them both. Rockets trail by 11. Oladipo outside. The pass to Wood. Houston moving it around. Pass to Wall. 6 to shoot. Near the three-point line, it's Porter. No good off the back of the rim. Portland leading by 11. Cantor finds Lillard. Back to Cantor. Here's Nurkic. Goes back up. And Cantor with the lay-in. Good. Cantor's got 6 in the quarter.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Here's Wall. Another miss by Houston.
For a player who's almost a sure thing to score in tight, that was a stunner.
Covington wide open. He fires. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Porter with the steal. Here's Wall. Finished off the break. Wall's got 10 points.
He's a big-time athlete. Wall loves to attack in transition. Incredible speed end to end.
McCollum with the ball. 38 points for him last game against San Antonio.
Yeah, and don't forget about his passing. I mean, he didn't forget about his teammates. He was spreading the ball all over the floor.
So Oladipo will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. They trail by 14, and that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. And Houston calls their first time out of the game.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Bad shot selection as well as some bad luck. I mean, that's not going to help you score points.
Houston making some changes. David Nwabai's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Gordon comes in for Victor Oladipo. And it's Exum in for John Wall. On the wing, Porter. Defended by Covington. Exum passes to Porter. Pass to Wood. Now Now here's McCollum. Tight defense on him. Count the basket.
Wow, I know that's frustrating for a defense. Attempting to play McCollum physical, and then they give up the bucket plus the foul.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. Here's Exum. To the paint. Here's Mwaba. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Houston shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Here's McCollum. He's got 8. Passes it to Trent. Back to McCollum. He can't get that one to fall. And Houston the other way now. Tipped away. Stolen by McCollum. Pulls up. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And the Trailblazers lead by 16. Houston's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Exum dishes to Porter. Tries from 10. And it's Portland with the rebound. Now McCollum, Tanner, high post. The pass to Giles. Second shot opportunity. And that one is hammered home.
Well, this is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Cantor. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, give it to him.
Rockets shooting a pretty cool 37% from the floor in the second. Not what they're looking for. Now here's Gordon. He's guarded closely. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, driving Gordon's speed and agility give him an edge. You know, defense fails to create a clean stop.
The Rockets have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one.
And when he's healthy, Gordon is extremely effective, an incredible scorer who fills up the stat sheet.
Houston making some changes. Daniel House comes in for Christian Wood. And McLemore subbed in for Porter. No luck that time either. Trailblazers leading by 18. Here's Covington. A second chance effort. Here's Cantor. And finally they hit one. Cantor's got 10.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Outside Gordon. And there's the feed to McLemore. It's House outside. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Stolen. McLemore with the ball. Now Covington defending. And it's blocked. Now here's McCollum. Defense right on him. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Drawing so much attention offensively, McCollum uses that to his advantage as he creates for others.
And it's Exum with the ball who will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. And what about our special guest? Kenny, thanks for taking the time to join us, dropping by. Always a pleasure. You add so much to the broadcast.
Man, thanks for having me. This is just great.
Thank you. And Greg, a lot of fun to be joined by Kenny the Jet, huh? As brilliant as he was on the court, he is just as amazing off it.
And, you know, Kenny has this amazing knack for describing what he sees with such clarity. Rare gift, and I'm glad he can share it with us.
Now McCollum after Eric Gordon's three-pointer that didn't go. McCollum passes to Covington. Now Cantor. Shot clock at 5. Dishes to McCollum. They double team McCollum. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. 10 points for him.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Their poise has been tremendous. I mean, excellent at both ends, has them increasing this lead.
Outside, House bangs home the trifecta. House has got himself on the board with 3 there.
I mean, this is Gordon's offensive instincts going to work. I mean, feeds the open man the moment he spots him.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Outside, Covington. And another 3 for Portland.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown.
There's Gordon with the 3. That shot, no good. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Portland out in front, running away with this one. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, they've been shooting poorly. Is that good defense or bad offense?
Probably a little bit of both. You know, I think we're competing defensively, and they've missed some opportunities.
It's led to good results for you, though. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started.
Okay.
And gracing us with his presence once again after his stirring performance with the live crew, at least that's what the card I'm reading says, and it was written by the always terrific Kenny Smith.
Well, you know what it was? You called it the live crew, but you know what it was when I was down there?
No.
You know it's always
you know what, Kenny? Yeah. I'm not a hater. I'm a congratulator.
Thank you.
And I must say, you did a great job. I liked it almost as much as the regular broadcast. I was impressed.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Welcome back. The calendar has flipped over, and so have we, into the second half of our broadcast. Look, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said is you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
We've got Wood. Porter is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Oladipo, and it's Wall in at point. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Now, here's Lillard. Victor Oladipo unable to get his last shot to go. Back to Covington. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And that's now 9 points for Robert Covington. And for Houston, they're shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. Puts one up from 19. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Lillard outside. It's rebounded by John Wall.
Well, he's got to be disappointed with his performance, but it'll be easier to swallow if they keep the lead.
And with underrated strength, Oladipo isn't worried about absorbing some contact.
Lillard against Wall. Lillard, the pass to Covington. Back to Lillard. 4 on the clock. The putback, rebounded by Tucker. The Rockets have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. There's Porter with the 3, drains it from beyond the arc. Porter's got 11.
Oh, he just caught the defense napping. He shoots a very high percentage from three-point range when there's no hand in his face.
Pass to Nurkic. Back to McCollum. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. 12 points for him.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
The putback, great positioning on the putback. Tucker's got his first points in this one.
Oh, man, such a hard worker on the glass. Tucker's energy is very impressive. A true junkyard dog.
To the inside, knocked loose, and Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. So for the Trailblazers, Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Kanter. Jones comes in for Robert Covington, and Hood subbed in for McCollum. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And that's what a team needs when they're trailing. Energy on D.
Rockets have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Inside, here's Tucker, and that comes off the assist by John Wall. Tucker's got 4 this quarter.
Why you always have to be ready around John Wall? Because you never know when he's going to call your number.
Pass to Nurkic. Lillard outside. Floats it up there for Nurkic. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Now here's Wall. He's got 10. He dishes it to Tucker. And some nice passing there by Houston. Here's Porter at basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
I mean, he's got a lot of smarts on the court, but Tucker doesn't need to think too much on that assist. He was wide open.
Passes it to Nurkic. Back to Hood. Kicks it out to Jones. Hood trying to break free, and that one off the back of the rim and in.
Way to work the inside-out game. Draws the defense in and kicks it out for the open shot.
And it's Wall with the ball for Houston. Right wing. Here's Wood. That one goes. Count it. Wood's got 6.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
Wall against Lillard. Floats it up there for Nurkic. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. And a look now at some of the players we can expect to see in this year's dunk contest. Always one of the great events of All-Star Weekend.
It is, Kevin. You just can't take your eyes off it. The ideas those guys come up with, and then the guts it takes to pull them off, always blows me away.
You look at Wood. Some might say he's a long shot at this point, but you never know.
Hey, stranger things have happened, and we'll just have to wait and see.
So there you go. And as it's looking, this year's dunk contest is shaping up to be a fantastic competition. We'll keep you updated on the voting.
No doubt it's going to be a good one, Kevin. We've got players on that list who'll do things that you didn't even think were possible.
Now, here's Oladipo. 9 points in the game so far.
He's having a tough quarter scoring the basketball and able to help them close this gap.
Yep, that one goes in there.
As versatile as they come. Oladipo can use his burst to blow by you or just his shots from the perimeter.
Here's Lillard. He's got 17. And the pass to Nurkic. From 8. It's rebounded by Houston. Wood's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Oladipo, and that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 5 assists tonight.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now here's Hood. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Back to Lillard. 5 on the clock. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on John Wall.
The outstanding quickness of Lillard. It keeps the D on their heels. He excels at drawing the foul on these drives.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Daniel House has checked in for P.J. Tucker. McLemore has come in for Porter. And Gordon subbed in for Victor Oladipo. All free throws good from Lillard. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
Wall, no luck.
It isn't the D that causes that miss. That's just a loss of concentration at times.
And it's Eric Gordon with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. They have a 19-point lead.
Yeah, you have to remember how quick Wall is, especially on defense, where he can be a menace.
Here's House. And the shot goes in. House has got 5.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Portland's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Outside Hood. Back to Lillard. Five to shoot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation, or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys.
Yes,
they're truly great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
David Nwaba is checked in for Houston. And it's Gordon penetrating, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
And this is why you have to involve Gordon, a pick and roll genius, a high percentage shooter in these sets.
Here's Trent. He's definitely a factor in their offense, averaging 12 points a game.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
And so here is Houston. Portland making their last shot. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game. Dante Exum, he's checked in for Houston. Outside Gordon. 6 on the shot clock. The tray hits it from 3-point range. Gordon's got 7 points.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Lillard, the pass to Anthony. And Anthony gets double teamed. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
But once Lillard gets going, it's fun to watch. I mean, he attacks with such ferocity.
Rockets trail by 17. And here's Gordon. 7 points in the game. Rebounded by Anthony.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
Stolen by Exum. And it's Houston on the break. They get it back. It's tipped.
The anticipation from Hood. That's just fantastic work, reading the situation and leaping up to swat it away.
Now, here's Lillard. He's got 24. Hood for 3. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 3 assists now in this one.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
Exum's shot is off. Portland leading by 20. Here's Trent. Down low, Jones. Here's what the Houston Rockets schedule looks like. On Sunday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Then on Tuesday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And looking at the matchup with the Heat, even though they should get the win, I would expect it to be a bit of a battle. Just because they are favored doesn't mean it's an automatic W.
And he knocks down the first one. So for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter comes in for Rodney Hood, and it's C.J. McCollum in for Damian Lillard. And so Jones nails both of them. Houston's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Gordon for 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Kanter's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Trent passes to Anthony. That's another one for him, his 5th in just 7 shots.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
Now here's Gordon. 7 points in the game. And that one hits back iron.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
Trent passes to Carmelo. Yes, that goes in. And that's 15 points for Carmelo Anthony.
His energy level has never dropped in this game. I mean, he's working his tail off, and the D is struggling to keep up.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, the defensive intensity has to pick up, and I'm sure coach is going to let them know that.
Giles checked in for Portland. Robert Covington comes in for Jones. And so it's Exum with it. He'll bring it up for Houston. Pass to McLemore. Another miss by Houston.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
No, doing anything they can to stop the bleeding, but so far they've had no answers.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
1:32 left in the third quarter. Here's Gordon. Misses, and the dry spell continues. Portland's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. McCollum outside. They double-team McCollum. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. And we get a moment to check out the team's scoring leaders. Number 1, the Trailblazers.
I mean, it's an exciting brand of basketball that they're playing. They've got such deadly weapons. Teams have had a heck of a time trying to slow them down.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Pass to House. From past the arc. Sinks the three-pointer. House has got his third basket of the night.
Well, it was just a mystery what the defense was doing there. You never want to give him that much space outside the three-point line.
Kicks it to McCollum. Portland moving the ball around.
Oh, that's some skill on that assist. I mean, the timing has to be perfect on a lead pass.
Houston's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Outside Gordon. There's 31 seconds left to play in the third. Shot clock at 6. The 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they could do is try to get him more easy looks.
Takes a 3. He doesn't hit that one. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He has really delivered at the offensive end. He's torched them for 24 points so far. And we'll be back with you shortly. And let's listen to head coach Terry Stotts review the game plan with his guys.
Hey, good job defensively. Good job on dropping on the rolls. Keep rebounding. Don't lose men in transition.
Well, Terry praising his guys, GA, bringing it on the defensive end.
And they've done just that so far. They just have to be able to continue with that mindset.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. At the 2 and the 3, McCollum and Little. Giles is out there with Collins, and it's Simons in at the point. You know, Chris, every season we see teams in a given game or series. They just don't seem to have that same energy. What are some of the reasons teams fall flat?
Well, I think sometimes, you know, the stakes are a little bit higher in the playoffs. The other team is playing hard. Some teams have never gotten to that level before. Some teams, you know, let their guards down at times. You know, then you try to turn it on, but you're already on the ropes.
Free throw good, McCollum. And so McCollum nails both of them. The Rockets shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Now here's Exum. The kick out to Brown. Releases. Little with the rebound.
A golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that. You know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a role out on this team.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And Simon's a bit undersized at that 2-guard position, only 6'3", but a natural 2 with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point, though.
He hits both from the stripe. And with the move league-wide for greater representation, some are calling for more diversity in front offices. Chris, some say progress isn't coming fast enough. What do you think?
I think progress hasn't happened fast enough either. Put me on that list. Let me sign that petition. Because even in the coaching ranks, fewer black head coaches this season. You know, teams need to hire the best candidate. No one's saying anything different than that. But the fact of the matter is, they're not interviewing some of the best candidates. That's all. Let some of the best candidates in the door, and they should be hired.
Now, here's Exum. There's the lob to the hoop.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Simons, the pass to McCollum. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
I mean, look, he's evolved as a passer over the course of his career. Get to the right spot, McCollum will find you.
The Rockets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Portland called for the foul. That free throw, no good. And this next draft, Chris, expected to be the last year of the one-and-done rule. Do you approve of the league once again letting high schoolers be drafted?
Well, yeah, I think if we're finally catching back up with the world, if a man can do the various things that you could do after turning 18, why wouldn't you be allowed to go to a job and make money for your family? So, yeah, I definitely think it's the right thing to do.
And he sinks the second. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. To the inside, here's McCollum. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
This is who McCollum is, someone who's ready to fire as soon as the ball touches his hands.
Rockets shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. Ball's knocked loose, out of bounds. Houston takes possession. And the Rockets making a change here. Porter's checked in. Oladipo against McCollum. Passes to Karuch. Wide open look. The shot, no good. And the Trailblazers going the other way. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Love the unselfish mindset. I mean, McCollum is always looking to set his guys up.
And so it's Houston with it. Outside, Porter. Stolen by Collins. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Giles leading the charge. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Chris, today's coaches have a different way to get through to their players compared to some coaches of the past.
Well, yeah, I think, you know, this culture is different. Guys don't want to be yelled at when they're giving their all. They want to try to find a solution instead of getting emotional about it. So I think, yeah, the emotional aspect of some point has been alleviated. I think guys want to enjoy going to work every day and having a boss that they can discuss and figure it out with. I don't think the NBA is any different.
Rockets have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. The Rockets with another miss. The Trailblazers have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Poked loose and taken away by Brown. Jumps up and finished off by Brown.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Here's Simons. To the paint, here's McCollum. Score the basket, his 8th, 8 for 13 from the floor.
Heating up like a microwave. Once McCollum gets a few to fall, you know he's in rhythm.
Porter kicks to Oladipo. The pass to Patton. Floats one up. The rebound by Giles. Giles has got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Shot by Collins, no good.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Oh, man, you just want to go find some place to hide, man. It's almost impossible to miss that.
Now, here's Oladipo. Over McCollum. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
And firing on all cylinders. Oladipo is hot, and he knows it. Commanding the ball right now.
Pass to Simons. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. But they'll get another chance.
And that's a good job of just getting after it on the backboard. Gets them another possession and allows them to run even more clock. And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
With some arc, and the play by Oladipo as he finishes it off for 2.
Wow, what a soft touch on that shot. Oladipo measures these difficult floaters as well as anybody. That was beautiful.
Now here's McCollum. They double team McCollum. To the middle, here's Little. Lays it up and banks it in. Little's got his first bucket in this one.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Oladipo. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. The 11-footer, and there's Little. That's good on the assist by McCollum. Little's got 4 points in the quarter. Houston's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. To the inside, Caruso. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Well, it's all about the assist on that play. He puts it in the perfect spot.
McCollum with the ball. Giles in the corner to the paint, and finished off by Collins.
Now, this is aggressive. I mean, I like that Collins focused on dunking rather than simply laying it in.
Here's Oladipo. To the wing right side. Patton kicks to Oladipo. Over in the corner, Brown. Off target with his 3. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. Here's Little. It's rebounded by Houston. John Wall's checked in for Kevin Porter. And Portland with a change here too. Hood's checked in. Now Wall. Trying to break that ice-cold streak.
He's very good at staying in control on his drives, and with Wall's amazing speed, it's not easy to stay in control.
Trailblazers shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. Simons surveying the D. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Giles has got 4 points this quarter.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this hot, a great chance to extend this lead.
Wall, that's a 2-pointer. Oladipo against Hood. Pass to Caruso. Over Hood. The Rockets with the new 14. Caruso's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
They're doing well overall, but the turnovers have been the exception.
Wood, he's checked in for the Rockets. And here's Wall. Fires from deep. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's the break. Little can't hit. An even 3-on-3 break. Brown the pass to Wall. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Rodney Hood.
Did you see how hard Wall went inside? He welcomes the contact on every play.
That's good from Wall.
When you're just talking about pure speed, Wall is incredible, an explosive point guard who dominates at both ends.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And Portland has possession. Passes it to Giles. Back to Hood. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
One shot.
The key for Hood is consistency. Now he's an established player. He has the tools needed to be a solid scorer in this league.
Here's Wall. The first.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
So he gets them both. And for Portland, their shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. Here's Simons, covered by Wall. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Wall's running. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. First one falls for him. Both good from the line that time.
And they are making it look easy at the free throw line here in the second half.
Here's Simons. Outside Hood. Now here's Little. Just 5 to shoot. Portland needs to get off a shot. Here's Collins. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Collins has got 6 in the quarter. And so it's Wall. He brings it up for the Rockets. Knocks it loose. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Hood can't get it to go. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Rodney Hood. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. And he knocks down the first one. And so John Wall nails both of them.
That's what they want to see from him, attacking, getting whistles, and maybe causing some foul trouble.
Here's Simons. There's the pass to Giles. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Houston's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Here's Karuch. Little with the rebound. And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. Here's Simons. Six to shoot. Pass to Little. Trying his luck from deep. The Trailblazers rebound.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. And the defense has to be aware of this. When you don't put a body on him, you pay the consequences.
Right side Wall. And he converts the layup. Wall's got 8 points in the quarter.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
And Giles now top of the key. Portland moving the ball around. Rebound by John Wall. The Rockets shooting here in the fourth quarter around 41%. Brown right side. That one misses. And the Trailblazers going the other way.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Portland.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for C.J. McCollum.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Pass to Collins. Here's Giles. Down low. And there's a whistle. That goes on Harry Giles. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, that's a bad move there. Stops the clock and puts the other side on the line.
And Christian Wood, undrafted in 2015 out of UNLV. Wait a minute, that's your alma mater. Hey, talk about his game. What do you like about Christian Wood's game?
Well, first I'll start with he went to UNLV. He's long, he's lean. I think he really fits the modern NBA as a small ball center. Able to hold his own on the glass and space the floor.
Here's Simons. To the left wing. Here's Trent. Here's Little. And the shot is good.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game. A sustained effort across the board.
Wall, that's good.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it has to be frustrating to catch fire when the game is already over. I mean, this is not the outcome they wanted.
Here's Simons. Following the basket by John Wall. Kicks to Collins. Pass to Simons. Clock at 6. Lets it go from deep. It's good from long range.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. They're just a total team effort.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Damian, it looks like this team's progress can be measured by your improvement at the defensive end. And do we see that tonight?
We made some mistakes like every other basketball team does, but I think we did a great job of making adjustments. You know, we got a little more physical. You know, we did a great job of that.
And that led to a big win, Damian. Thanks for your time, man. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.